Hello, everybody. Welcome to Championship Predictions Round 38. You can sense by the tone of my voice that I had a terrible midweek, Sam. In round 37, it was 3 points for me, which is really bad. And then just to make things even worse, you got 2 bob-ons and scored 9. So 9-3 win to Sam, who intimately knows how many goals QPR are going to lose by because he got them bob-on, losing 2-1 at Borough. And you also got a Mark Robins special 1-0 home win for Stoke against Blackburn. Sam, you're 2 up in the weekly, which is not insurmountable. You're now 16 up in the aggregate. I feel pretty low after this. Can you give me some words of like a pick-me-up or something?
Not really, mate. No? It's feeling a bit insurmountable, isn't it? Especially as I'm just going to start playing safety with the safety bracket on. I'm just going to just follow you on every result. No need for me to be exuberant now. Just keep, ticking over little narrow defeats. That'll do me now.
Keep your head down. Get the job done. Get involved. Speaking of getting the job done, in the comments, all the fixtures for round 38 will be in the description. Copy and paste and put your own predictions in. Give yourself 1 point for a correct outcome, which I couldn't find in it. Well, I won't use the euphemism I was going to say this past week. Give yourself 3 points for a bob on. Sam got 2, fair play. Give yourself 4 points if you get it bob on and your game has 5 or more goals. Sam, I'll throw this out there. You have a distinct advantage in this one because you commentated on Bristol City and saw them in the flesh. I'm getting my excuses in early. Friday night football is Bristol City versus Norwich.
Yeah, obviously, saw Bristol City, not seen Norwich's collapse against Sheff Wednesday, but for that alone and the confidence that Bristol City should take from that performance at Bramall Lane, I'll go for the home win here. No, they've been pretty excellent at Ashton Gate in recent times. Norwich, I think, good for a goal. I'll go Bristol City to nick it maybe late, 2-1.
It's a scribble for me, Sam. I was going down the Norwich good for a goal. We always give Norwich a goal with Sargent and Science and Cernak sticking a few in. So with that being said, I don't think Bristol City are massively prolific. So I'm going to play the draw then, Sam. I would have taken the 2-1 because I like what I saw from City, and I respect your co-com's view that they're good side, but I can't see them winning. I can't see them shutting Norwich out or scoring 3 goals, which is what I need. So I'm going to go for the 1-1, if that makes sense. And speaking of commentary, Sam, you will be on commentary for Millwall versus Stoke. I don't know why I'm teeing you up because I am first. This feels low margin. I think you'd probably agree. Do you know what? I might predict like a Stoke away win here. I've got to go rogue. I don't think you're going to do that. So I'm going to go for Stoke back-to-backs. And if it is back-to-backs, it's going to be another 0-1. So I don't know. I just think Stoke are in muck and bullets. The playoffs. And Millwall going to be on the beach soon. I think they might be the first team on the beach there. I don't know. You tell me. Millwall 0. Stoke 1. Your thoughts, Mr. Parkin?
My thoughts are that I don't feel too much differently about Stoke, even though they won. I think they'll get enough points to stay in the division, and it'll probably be by nature of the type of game we saw against Blackburn.
Definitely.
I think it's a big game for Alex Neil. I think that they probably need a performance in Millwall, and it's his former club as well. So I think he'll get into the players. I'm going to sit on the fence here because I probably would have had a narrow Stoke win, but I've talked myself round to Alex Neil factor maybe being pivotal for the home side. I'm going to go for a 1-1.
TV or radio, Sam, is it for you on
TV?
Saturday?
Yeah, TV, 12:30 kickoff, yeah.
So check Sam out on the co-coms on the TV on Saturday. And Sam's lot, QPR, got a nice easy game at home to the league leaders, Leeds United.
Yeah, talk about a team being on the beach. I'm worried that could be. I mean, what are we looking at now? We are looking at 9 points. I mean, that's a fair chunk of victories for that ground to be made up. I'm talking about the bottom 3 here, getting to QPR. I can't see Lightning striking twice, despite how good QPR were against Leeds back in the last season. So I will just keep this brief and go for a 2-0 Leeds win.
In my head there, this is how these predictions go. I was like, Sam is either going to say 2-0 or 3-1 to Leeds. I think he's going to go for 2-goal margin of victory. So with that being said, I am going to take the 3-1. Maybe maybe QPR will score when the game has already gone. But I think the only thing that works against Leeds here is the turnaround with the fixtures. But then QPR had to go up to Middlesbrough themselves, didn't they? I know it was an extra day, so you might get a leggy Leeds performance. But as you said on the Championship Check-In podcast, Sam, Farker is going to be really into those players after how it went at Pompey, and I think you might get a good away response there. It is Blackburn versus Cardiff. Oof. It's not going well for Big Val so far at Blackburn, is it? Has he lost? He hasn't won yet. So I think he had
a point on his first game, didn't he, with Vyman getting the goal? But Vyman's now out now, is he not? I think for the season.
Oh, okay. But then Cardiff, man, this is a tricky one. I'm going to back Blackburn, Val to get his first win, which could be very problematic for Cardiff at the bottom of the table. I'll go for Cardiff. Am I going to go for Cardiff to score? You like that new striker they've got, don't you? So I will then. I'll go 2-1 Rovers, Sam.
I'm going to flip that. I don't know why. I thought Blackburn, for the majority, weren't
so much for playing safe, yeah?
Yeah, I didn't think they were particularly inspiring, although Johansson has said, I mean, the saves last night, the Stoke goalkeeper, the second one in particular.
Did he play in the Premier League, Sam?
Not sure. He came from Rotherham, didn't he?
No, could he?
Oh,
he was at Leicester, wasn't he? Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, I think so. You'd put him in that same category with Cooper, wouldn't you? I think absolutely that's the natural next step. Looks like a real character as well. The first save, fingertips for Cantwell's off the post. The second one, I think it was Rankin Costello. It is unbelievable, honestly. You don't, sometimes I don't know if it's because you just feel like, if a keeper goes the right way and the shot's close enough, you should be able to make the save. He's kind of sprung, and the athleticism to get him across, the power it must have taken to get him into a position to make the save was incredibly impressive. I digress. So I think Blackburn are struggling, and I think there's a bit of discontent amongst the support, and I think that could increase here. I'm going to go 2-1.
Coventry versus Sunderland, Sam. Which Coventry do we get here? Do we get the Coventry 1-9-10 or the Coventry stank it out at Pride Park?
I don't know. Is there pressure on Sunderland? No, I don't think there is really. They've got that lovely cushion. A run at the autos from this spot would be incredible, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to go for a 2-2. I'm going to go for a nice thriller.
Can't believe it. I'm not even going to say that I had 2-2 down. I can't separate the two. So I'm going to back Coventry then. Just seems to be going for them at CBS, doesn't it? I'll take another 2-1 home win. Coventry 2, Sunderland 1. And Coventry could be a great disruptor now against the top four because they play 3 of them in a row. Wow. Luton versus Middlesbrough. Now, on the Championship Check-In podcast, we did a quiz question about which involved resilience, and Middlesbrough apparently had more than we thought. Luton need resilience in spades here. They need to win. I think they're going to win, Sam. I think they're going to beat up, get it in the box, get the Kenny nice and loud. Awkward for, those flashy Azaz and Iheanacho and, whoever Borough play up at the top end. Luton 1, Middlesbrough 0, complete housery, but Luton get the third win in 4.
Oh, I can see this going either way. Right, I'm just going to back my old club. I'm just going to go for a 2-1 home win and think that this is possibly the turning point. Again, for the final time. For the final time. I could easily see a Finazaz insert another in front of a raucous away support celebrating a second to win it late, but I'll go for Luton to be on the right side of 3 goals.
Oxford versus Watford, Sam.
Oh, man. That is hard. That is really hard. I think I will sit on the fence there. Again, have I had too many draws? No, not really. No, let's go for Oxford to win. I'll go for Oxford to win this one 1-0. I think just more to play for. Watford have got an off day in their armoury, despite 4 points off the playoffs, which has taken me a little bit of surprise there. Just refreshing the league table. But yeah, I'll go for Oxford to win 1-0.
Just out of interest, I'll transparency, I'm going to go 0-0. Were you going to go 0-0?
Yeah, I probably would have done.
Yeah, I thought we were going to come out on the same side of it. Yeah, I think Gary Rowett is going to have one singular message to his Oxford players. Well, this is 2 messages now. Don't lose, keep a clean sheet. So I think it smells like and he's a good tweaker in game, and Watford are kind of so-so at times, aren't they? So I'm going to go 0-0. What about this one, Sam? Plymouth versus Derby. Are Derby going to get a 9-point week out of absolutely nowhere? I think I'm going to go for it just because it would be great fun. Not great fun for the Plymouth fans. This game is going to be bowling shoe ugly, Sam, isn't it? It's going to be absolutely dire, I think. Just a complete scrap, set plays. And as I said on the check-in podcast, who do I want in the dugout? Do I want John Eustace or do I want Muslich? I want John Eustace. So I'm gonna back Derby, and it can only be a 1-0 win, can't it? Plymouth 0, Derby 1. Fanciful?
It's hard this week. It's really hard. Like now, there's so much on every game. I think I'm happy with another draw here. I think I'm just going to go for a 1-1, and keeps probably Derby ticking and Plymouth disappointed, maybe.
Agreed. Preston versus Portsmouth, Sam.
Oh man, 0-0.
You got to have one in there, haven't you? Yeah, I don't fancy Pompey to go there and win. And I think Preston are due a win, aren't they? I think they've had a lot of scrappy draws and defeats and been close in games. So I think this is a Preston win. And we don't, but we love Portsmouth at home, but don't particularly much like them away, do we, generally on this show? So let's go Preston 1, Portsmouth 0. A lot of clean sheets in these recently. Famous last words. It is Swansea versus Burnley. And I suspect we're both going for a clean sheet away win here, aren't we, Sam? I think it might be more comfortable than a few recently. I think the undefeated streak keeps going. I think the clean sheets continue to build up. You're just wondering, I'm going to say 1-0 or 2-0. I'll go for 2-0, Sam, to Burnley.
Yeah, I went for 1-0 for this on another podcast when we did a little prediction game, but I felt I'd undercooked it. So I'm going to extend my margin of victory. Is Swansea going to score? Can't be another clean sheet. All right, let's go for Swansea to get a goal, bizarrely. 1-3.
Love it. West Brom, new total football West Brom. Actually, no, Mowbray's foreshadowed this. It's West Brom v Hull, but he almost named the players that he was going to take out. So you're going to see Malumbi and I think Price started the other day, but I think it's going to be a little less football-y than midweek was. Anyway, Sam, sorry, I'm giving you my thoughts.
This one, I think I can see 1-0, 2-0. So I will go for the latter. 2-0 West Brom.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't want to take another 1-0. I'm just looking down at my column, Sam. I've gone 1-0, 0-0, 0-1, 1-0, 0-2 over like clean sheets. So I think I needed both teams to score here. So even though I've just said it's not going to be as football-y from West Brom as it was in midweek, and Swift's probably not going to start in this one, I will go both teams to score. I'll go 2-1 West Brom. My predictions feel a bit safe, Sam. And I'm now coming up to Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United, which is going to be so cagey. It's not even funny. This has got to be under 1.5 goals, Sam, hasn't it? I'm tempted to go 0-0 again on this one.
Do you want me to come in there? 3 out of the last 4, 0-0.
Okay, I'm doing it then.
One early this season, 1-0, Tyrese Campbell.
Campbell, yeah, it's just going to be so cagey. And that feels right, doesn't it? Sheffield United quality, home advantage gets the win there and a draw away from home. 0-0. Sorry, Sky Sports, because I assume they've got that one on Sunday.
Oh, I'm going to go for, I was going to say I'm going to go for the goals to be trebled across the last 4. No, can't do it. But I will give you Sheffield Wednesday 0, Sheffield United 1.
Oh, that would be massive, wouldn't it? How would that
signature win?
That would be a gigantic win going into international break and the final 8. Wow. Get involved in the comments. That was a stinker of a round. It's difficult.
Not many goals, is there? I hope everyone enjoyed the midweek because we've just predicted absolute stinkers after stinkers.
Clean sheets ahoy. Get involved in the comments. You're probably not going to struggle to beat me and Sam this week, but let us know if you do down there. Fixtures are in the description. Copy and paste. Get your own predictions in. 1 point correct outcome, home, away, or draw. 3 points for a bob on. 4 points if you get it bob on, and you get 5 or more goals. Enjoy it. Drink it in, because international breaks, there won't be any predictions until the middle of next week, as in not next week, but the week after. You know what I'm saying. There we go. And we will see you then for the next round.